So many of us are so busy, our days and our weeks get so busy that it's hard to keep track of all the things that we have to do to keep the wellness habits in place, the routines, the structure. So today I'm going to share with you how I balance everything, what helps me be productive, but more than that, the wellness habits and routines and tips and tricks that I do to help me be my best self, to feel grounded, to feel intentional with the day. If you're new here, hi, I'm Allie. I'm a self-development and relationship coach, and each week I share videos on self-growth, self-development, and how you can become your best self, the version of you that you want to step into so that you can get past the blocks and the things that hold you back. I always like to give takeaways and things that you can start implementing starting today. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I would love to see you in the next video. But for now, we're going to jump into talking about all of my favorite health and wellness tips and tricks. So hopefully you can implement some of these things too. One of the biggest things that I do that helps me show up as my best self is having daily non-negotiables. Every morning I like to wake up around 6. On a good day, 5:30. Ideally, I'd like to wake up at 5:30. It doesn't always happen, but I wake up early enough where I have the time to be able to decompress. It's been such a ritual and such a habit that if I don't have that, my day feels completely off. Every morning I go on the computer and I go on YouTube and I might watch a spiritual video or a grounding video or a podcast, but also in this time, I ground my energy, I get clear on goals and intentions. The second part is my evening routine. From like 8:30 on, I am not answering calls, I'm not getting back to friends, I'm not talking to people because that's my decompression time. I might do a face mask, watch TV. It's something where I'm mentally checked out because I'm on my computer all day, I'm on my phone all day, and I know that I need that time for myself. Another one of my wellness practices is spending time with myself and with my dog Mila. Getting that time allows you to get to know yourself. This allows you to build up confidence, work on the self-talk, notice triggers that come up. For me time, spending quality time with myself is one of my non-negotiables, and this is something that's so important to me. These are the moments that I've had the ideas too to be able to create change. Having that alone time helped me work on my voice and learn how to speak up. I've reflected on how I've handled certain situations or how I could have spoken up different, reflecting on work and how I help and show up and support people and how I can grow and be even better at it. Another thing that helps me feel like my best self, and that really has been a habit and routine that I've more recently started to integrate, is more spirituality. I've been listening to David Guillaume. I think I've mentioned him a couple times, but I love the messages that he shares. I feel like so much of it is about the things that we all want to talk about. We all want to learn about growth, how to become our best selves, how to get past these blocks spiritually, energetically, what's going on with us at the core, and why do we see certain patterns. I found it to be something that's very inspirational and motivational. It's helping me be more intentional and more in tune with what matters to me, myself, what I'm prioritizing in my life. This one is something that I'm for sure going to continue doing, and that's just going to keep integrating into my life. Another thing that I always like to do is have realistic expectations for the day. I don't know if you're anything like this, but you probably have a lot going on too. I feel like I always have so much on my plate, and my to-do list is so long that I might underestimate how long something is going to take. I might overestimate. It's hard to know exactly what you can get done in a day, but I will do it based on priorities. I will know my top priority, my must do. I'll have something that, would be nice to get done, and then I'll have something that'll be a bonus. So that way you're not setting yourself up for failure. When I work with people and they struggle with productivity and motivation, it's usually because they're putting too much on their plate, the expectations aren't realistic, and then they're consistently not meeting it because they just physically can't. But that's reinforcing a belief that they're not capable of change, they can't do it, they're always behind. So for being productive, I always like to think of, okay, what do I absolutely want to get done today? It can be one thing, two things, three things. I would try to not have too many deal breakers for the day or things that you have to get done, because then it goes into the realm of not being realistic. But have the couple things that you want to get done, and then once you accomplish that, it feels so great. If you have the time and energy to do more, that's amazing, but don't put more on your plate or commit to more than what you're capable of. Another huge one is switching from coffee to tea. One of the things that I've been doing is really getting in touch and in tune with how I feel after I eat certain things or drink certain things. And I was feeling every time I had coffee, I was getting jittery. It wasn't a great way to start the day. So I titrated down from the caffeine to decaf and then just switched to tea. And I feel so much better by listening to my body and getting in tune with what does and doesn't feel good. I've always been huge into health and wellness. I'm always learning about different things when it comes to food, to nutrition, to what we can put in our bodies to feel like our best selves. It's those little things that I do that then I see, okay, how do I feel after I do this? And if I feel better, I want to keep doing that. So it becomes becomes motivational. It becomes really fun to do because I really like looking up health and wellness things and trying new recipes, eating the foods that really make me feel good. I've learned so many things on how my body responds and reacts. And from making those dietary shifts and taking care of my health, I feel like a different person. I show up better. I'm able to think clearer, and then that helps me be more productive. I don't know if a lot of people feel this way, but embracing the unknown. I feel like so much of our lives we try to over control or predict or have it in our head like, okay, I'm gonna go do X, Y, and Z to get whatever outcome. But life sometimes has other plans for us, like how I became a therapist and then left therapy. I didn't see that coming until I worked in that toxic work environment. But there's something that I really like about being open to what could come, because if we try to control everything, we ultimately don't have control over certain things, and that can cause so much stress and anxiety and worry. I really believe in having plans and structure and knowing where you want to go, but being open to the unknown surprises or shifts can be so exciting and create positive energy around change. I also feel like having a business and starting the coaching business also helped with this, because when I started it, I didn't really know what was going to come from it. I didn't know if it was going to be successful. I didn't know if I would even get one client, but there was also something that was exciting about that and just being open to trying new things. For me, I feel like embracing the unknown or being open to trying new things is one of the things that also has helped me grow and have some really cool experiences that I might not have had if I was trying to control everything or stay on one traditional path. This has also helped me build trust in myself and also tap into my intuition more, because it's allowing me to explore things. Like even starting YouTube, I didn't know what this was going to be like. And so far, I just passed over 200 subscribers, which is super exciting for me. If I wasn't open to exploring new things and being open to change and what could come, then I wouldn't be having this experience right now and we wouldn't be having this conversation. Back in college, so rewind a little bit. In high school, I've talked about this before, I was not studious. I did not take school seriously. Everything changed for me in college when I really got to a place where I was like, who do I actually want to be? Because that version of me, I don't want that. Like, I did not want to be that person. And so with creating the structure and the new identity, I also started exploring exercising and walking and movement. And that was when my passion and interest for health and wellness really started taking off. Now I know I can feel the difference on the weeks that I work out compared to the weeks that I don't. I have learned balance around this and how to come to a place where it's more intuitive, where it's like, I need to move my body to feel good, because that helps me show up as my best self. That helps my mood, that helps my energy, it helps my sleep, it helps all of these things. So exercise and fitness is a huge one. I have a lot on my plate, as I'm sure you do. It's hard sometimes to balance everything, where I feel like I'm trying to balance friends, growing my business, doing YouTube. It can be hard to keep up sometimes. It feels like I have a lot on my plate and it's always hard to juggle. But my solution to this is always picking the top priorities. What are the things that I know I need to get done, and what are the things where it would be a bonus if I got it done, but I don't absolutely have to get it done today? Because that way, the days that you have a little bit more free time, you can get caught up on certain things that would be bonuses or extras. Set a realistic goal where I know that I'm going to be able to achieve this. So at the end of the day, I feel good about it. What I really love about the idea of balance too is like, we can't hit every category in the day. Something I like to talk about is the wheel of life, because this kind of shows all of the different categories that we could work on and what feels off. So if we consistently are off in one area, we want to put a little bit more attention there. But what I've seen is sometimes people think they have to hit every category to be balanced. That's not the reality of balance. For me, being balanced is knowing, okay, today I can hit these couple areas, and then tomorrow I can hit these couple areas. So overall, I find that I'm working towards balance, but it's progress over perfection. There's never going to be a day, unless you're not working and you have all the time in the world, that you can do all of the things that you need to do. So having that self-compassion and grace and working on recognizing what needs more attention certain days and what areas, taking that approach of having more balance to how you're approaching your goals and what you're actually capable of getting done. For me, this has changed a lot to take the pressure off and to feel better about the things that I'm doing. There's also a part of this on self-reflection. This is something I do a lot. There are times where I journal about it, but mostly it's just mental reflection on how are things going. Another thing you can do that I've been doing is talking it out with ChatGPT. PT, and the feedback that you get is surprisingly good. Really see how things feel, why you're feeling the way you're feeling, and what you want to shift because of it or do more because of it. Another part of my health and wellness and overall well-being that I always like to pay attention to is being aware of friend time, fun time, having fun and balance in that way where it's not just all productivity. And over the last couple of years, what I've really been doing more of is looking ahead for new experiences, fun things. There's a group of girls and we'll all find things around the community and send it to each other and plan ahead because it gives you something to look forward to. Like recently we just did a beach cleanup. It just felt so good to do something different. It felt so good to give back. Anything that I can do that gives me a new experience and that gets me out of my comfort zone. We also do things like book clubs and potlucks and game nights. I love the idea of finding new things and having group activities and stuff to look forward to. There are a few general routines that I like to do throughout the week too that help me feel good. Like, for one is my dog gets groomed every Friday, which may seem excessive, but she does get pretty dirty by the end of the week. And then while she's gone, I have time to clean, to help everything here feel really good and fresh. A clean space really does give you a clear mind and it just helps you feel better. I also like to have certain routines around grocery shopping and cooking and just thinking of the everyday life necessities that we have to do because it can be hard to find the time to do all of the things. But if you have structure in place, it can make such a difference because you just know consistently on this day I grocery shop. And if you don't have the time, there's things like curbside pickup to save time and help you get the things done that you need to get done. Becoming your best self is something that's always evolving and growing over time. And it's something that I know for myself is always going to be a lifelong journey. The person that I am today is very different from the person I even was a year ago to 5 years ago to definitely 10 years ago. We change so much based on the experiences that we have. And for me, I found being intentional, checking in on myself, checking in on the different categories of like wellness, health, friendships, relationships, routines and structures, and having more of a well-rounded approach to how I want to approach my life has been so life-changing. It has helped me be so intentional and grow so much faster. You struggle in any of these areas, or if any of these areas really stand out to you where you're like, oh, I love this, or I do this too, I would love to hear from you. So let me know in the comments. I hope this was helpful, and don't forget to hit subscribe and make sure to check out my next video, and I hope you have an amazing day.